Hi, I'm Ruby from the Useful Journal. I have for you my June spreads with a little glance at the spreads from May. In my Archer and Olive journal, which I love, it's getting a little bit dirty now, and somehow survived having water poured all over it. All I did was impact the ink on some of the corners, and I've got folded corners on some of the pages, and that's all that happened. I was amazed. I was so relieved. So in here, it's been very busy. So in May, I moved house. So as you can imagine, my journal was invaluable in May because I was moving and I had lots of lists and tasks. So I still had my usual trackers, and you can see a bit of the water damage here. It really, I cannot believe I got away with it so much. But anyway, so tasks, I had lots and lots of jobs to do. So my weeklies were very handy, keeping track of all the things I had to organise and pack and do, and very busy. Steps, liquid and mood trackers, my gratitude tracker. I like having that in my main journal. That's something I started doing in May, and I like having it there because I actually do it most days. Cleaning of the house, because I was getting tenants into my house, and so I had to get it all tidied up. And here's all my packing spreads. I actually used washi tape to do a tip in here for this piece because there wasn't enough room on my two spreads. And then my dailies, wrote them every day, so I was really happy. I felt like every spread I had in May got used really well. There is a blank page here. That is because I'm going to do another page for my books tracker, because my reading log, because I've got to write notes for those ones. It's full. And so I need another page, so I'm going to put that there. And these are my spreads for June, and I am so excited about these. I'm so pleased with how they turned out. Sometimes I'm not always happy with one page or all the pages, but this time I love all of them. So I hope you like them. The theme is ladybugs, basically, on kind of an autumn coloured leaf background. And as you can see, I only picked these autumn leaves like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago. It is just the beginning of winter here in Australia, and where I have moved is about 5-10 degrees colder than where I was before. I'm up in the mountains now, so it's a big difference for me. So I drew these, and I drew these on a sketchbook, which is basically cartridge paper. It's not a very heavy weight paper. It's like medium weight. And I coloured them in with my Prismacolor coloured pencils. The lettering, I will put a link to the lettering on my Pinterest page. I'll put the link in the description for this video. The lettering was one that I just found on Pinterest, and I used well, first I drew them in pencil because they're a little bit complicated. And for the fine lines, I used my Pigma Micron 03 pen, which is 0.35 millimeters. And for the broader lines, I used my Pigma Micron pen, which is a 1. It doesn't say the width. So that's how I did the lettering. And I had to wait ages for this one to dry on Archer and Olive paper before I could erase the pencil lines. Then on this side, I have washi tapes, and these are all the washi tapes here, just all in lovely muted browns, and they're kind of on the pinky blush side of browns mostly. They're not yellow browns, so that's what's in the background. And then I have used Winsor & Newton watercolour paints, and for the yellowy colour I mixed Aurelian, I'm not sure how you say that, Aurelian with burnt sienna to get this yellowy colour. And for the brown colour I mixed alizarin crimson, which is a pinky red, it's a blue red, with sage green to get that brown colour. It's kind of on the pinky side of brown. So that's what I did with those. And then to finish off, there's none on this particular spread, but there is on later spreads. I then used these rub-ons. So if you're not familiar with rub-ons, you cut around the shape and they are on a backing paper. You can see that tissue paper. You remove the tissue paper, put it on your page and rub over it, and it transfers onto your page. There's lots of beautiful rub-ons online. These are all rub-ons. This is another brand at the back here. This one by Stamperia. So there's lots of different brands of rub-ons you can get, and they are beautiful. The good thing is that when you use them, it's really hard to tell that it's a sticker. It's because it's so transparent and thin. It's even more transparent and thin than washi tape stickers. So that's why I love them. That has transferred from the wing of that. Something I did do, and that's transferred from this beetle, something I did do was when I coloured them in, I sprayed them with hairspray, hoping that that would stop some of the transfer, and it has stopped a lot of it, but there is still obviously transfer. If I really wanted to, I think it usually erases. It's not erasing super well, but yeah. It's just one of the things when you're using coloured pencils, especially when you work on the opposite side of that page, it pushes the coloured pencil in. A smart thing to do would have been to do all my spreads and then glue in all my bugs. But as soon as I started writing my journal, they would have transferred. So then we go to my first weekly. I'm still using weeklies because I am actually finding them useful at the moment. So I've done a leaf theme. I've got a ladybug on each page. I have washi tape leaves, I've got painted leaves, and I've got their transfers. So here's the transfers. This is a rub-on, this is a rub-on. They add a nice little touch. And yeah, I just think that's beautiful. Nice little collections of leaves in amongst the big leaves and my ladybug crawling around. So then we go to the second weekly, and what I've done with my weeklies is had the same kind of idea but just a different arrangement on each page. And you can see this page has two beetles and his bum is getting bent up when I turn the page. I thought I'd got him this side of the fold, but I didn't. I wonder if I can lift him. No, he's well and truly stuck. So yeah, same sort of arrangement, but this one, the leaves are radiating out from the centre because this page I had to fit in 9 days. This is only 7. And that is my approach actually. When there's only a couple of days left for the first week of the month, I always have my weeks starting on a Monday. So what I do is I just combine in the days. If it gets more than 3, then I start doing a whole extra page for it. Here's another one. So this time I've got them extending from a branch at the top. All my leaves. 2 little ladybugs on this page. A few more transfers here. Much bigger ladybug on this page. Branches coming up from the bottom. I just love how these turned out. I can't wait to use them. Now that we're getting into seeing where I've already filled some stuff in, I am using my Lamy fountain pen. It's a medium nib, which is pretty broad compared to, say, Japanese fountain pen nibs. And Lamy is from Europe, Germany, I believe. I am using Diamine Writer's Blood, which is a really popular ink. I bought this sample size and I think I'm probably going to buy a bottle because I really love it. It's a beautiful ink. It's very juicy though, so you do have to kind of do your page and then let it dry. I'll show you my sample card for it. I've got my sample cards. This is an old iPhone box, which I'm going to decorate to make it look pretty, but these are my sample cards. I was intending to put them on a key ring, and I may still, but I actually kind of like how they sit in the box. And I've got them sorted by colour, and I believe my oranges and reds are near the front. So let's just find Writer's Blood. May not be. No, there it is. So here you go. That's the ink I'm using in June, and you can see there's beautiful shading in the ink, and you probably, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a kind of gold shimmer just around the edge of the dark sections. So really beautiful ink. That's my little sample card box. You always keep these boxes because the packaging's amazing, and then I go, oh, I can actually use that one. I've also done an outline around the edge of the page, a frame for the page. It probably didn't need it, but I did need it, I felt, when it came to the dailies. So I have the outline. It's with a Stettler marker. These are dual-ended markers, and I've used the fine end, and I've just done a little filigree edge with leaves sticking out. That's what I've done there. Now, my walking tracker, I'm just sticking to tracking steps at the moment because I'm unpacking and I've just got so much on that I'll find my groove and get back into exercise, but for the moment I'm just walking. But I've included a tracker to track my dog's walks, making sure I walk him every day. So that is simply 7 white spaces, which is perfect because ladybugs, as you'll see, have those naturally on their back. Did you know, cute little fact here, ladybugs or all beetles are completely symmetrical. I think butterflies as well. They're pretty much completely symmetrical on each side. And all I'm doing here is when I walk my dog, I walked him yesterday, I haven't crossed it off. I just do hatching across there. So that's what I'm doing there. And this, I got very lucky. I had a different I was using a different fountain pen and I was having problems with it and got this huge blot of ink and it fell on my bug, a little bit of spill. I've put white out on the edge there and it's kind of blended in with the colouring, thank goodness. That was a relief. I then have my steps tracker, just a circular steps tracker. The first circle is the minimum I want to achieve, which is 4,000, and then 7,000, and then 10,000. And for each day, I just hatch in how much I've done. So that's all that is. Then I've got my usual liquids tracker, tracking water, coffee or tea. This is diet soft drinks. I don't drink sugared ones. And then this is wine or hot chocolates, things like that. And then I have my mood tracker. In my mood tracker, I put a dot for the mood for the day, in like ranging from a bad mood to a good mood. I can add 2 dots. That's fine. So I could have something happen and end up with a 1 as well as a 3. Who knows? In here, it's a little bit of a code. I've got tired, stressed, lonely. This is feeling connected and this is feeling productive. So just a few extra notes. I've got space to add an extra one if I wish. I love this arrangement here with this ladybug. I'm just so happy with how the layouts worked. Then my gratitude tracker. You can see how much broader this pen is compared to what I was using last month. So it looks a little bit different in the pages when I'm writing. Just a small amount of decoration here. This page, moving on from packing, because I've unpacked, and I haven't unpacked into my own house, I've unpacked into my mum's house, and that means I'm having to fit my things in between all her things. And so I thought I'd just add a little guide here on where to find things, because at the moment I'm still going, oh my gosh, where did I put that? What cupboard is that in? So that's the intention for this page. I'll show you once I get a list there. And then I've got my dailies. Now, I had some not that nice ladybug stickers. They're okay. Just wanted to use them up. So I had 3 different types. And I'm just doing my usual dailies of 6 per double page spread, which means that the entire month fits into 5 double spreads because there's 30 days. And I am loving this system. It's just enough space to write without having to feel like you have to write too much. And if I need to write more, I can just write in one of my other journals, because I also keep morning pages and things like that. This is more of a diary, I think, in terms of what's happened that day. Occasionally feelings come into it, but it's mostly kind of a what happened that day. The stickers, I've got this set with, it was very, I don't know what you call that, a weird prismatic finish. These ones had a bit of glitter on them. They were getting very old. I think I've had them for decades and they really needed using. The glue was a bit funny and they've warped a bit. I had to use glue to stick them on because they weren't working anymore. And then this set, which I just picked up at a dollar store, they've got a fragrance which is a sickly sweet perfume, but anyway, they're ladybugs and it all looks kind of cute all together. It'll look better once they're written in. I like how it looks once the pages have been written. I'm also finding this way of laying out my double spread and kind of just estimating where the daily division is, like I'm just basically evenly spreading it and it's working. Like it doesn't always have to start, like this one's a bit higher than where I started. If you look at last month, I mean generally the middle is, the number is in the middle of the middle entry. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. Look, this one's right at the bottom. It's fine. It really is a good way for me to manage my pages. And that's it. That'll be July. So I am so excited to work in this month. Love it. And I only have enough pages left for July and August. I actually thought I would get September into this journal, but I am using too many pages. I think I've just used extra pages to handle things like moving. I've switched to having weeklies again, which is up to my pages. So this journal will fit, what is it, March, April, May, June, July, August, so 6 months. I am gradually using my journals faster and faster. So I will get to use more journals then. Anyway, I am enjoying it though. So I hope you enjoyed these spreads. That is June. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. There's lots of other theme examples, or you could look at journal reviews, or I've just got examples of working with washi tape especially, and various other art mediums. So please take a look. I'll see you soon. Bye.